Thanks for joining us again today. We're going to try to turn the dagger into an actual dagger ship. You know, kind of had this idea to make it look like a dagger. But you'll see this doesn't turn out as planned. This video, I'm pretty well just going to be showing how not to build a ship, basically. Yeah, I think I'll name it something like, I don't know, shipbuilding mistakes, problems, failures. But I'm at Hope Tech, so that's one of the first mistakes I made on here because they don't have a lot of habs that I like. Not for something like this. I mean, I could have done it. I think I make my first mistake by getting some of these first parts here just not right, so nothing else lines up with them correctly. Now this grab drive, nothing's wrong with that. It's all good. But here in a few seconds I pick out a pinch reactor, and you can see later on in this video that it kind of have to build around it. It's not ideal for what I was trying to do. Which kind of demonstrates, you know, you kind of get an idea in your head, you make some decisions about it, maybe not the best pieces to use, but you just keep going, you know. Kind of get fixated on one idea and you don't change or anything. But yeah, these are nice reactors, don't get me wrong, but for building how I wanted to do it, I'm going to use this as the cross guard of the dagger handle, like the center part of it, the hilt, I guess. But as you can see, the back of this reactor you can't add nothing to. So to add a handle to this, or to make it look like it has a handle, you kind of have to, you'll see here in a minute what I do. It's not pretty. Okay, now these are interesting braces that Hope Tech sells. They're actually like little, you can connect two different ship parts with them, and they're kind of like a little hallway. I can't remember what I was going to try to do with this. I think I was going to circle around the reactor and then put habs behind it and kind of have like a little, I guess, hallway in the ship that like goes into like a circle or something. And then off these habs I was going to have like other pathways like that go off and make up a cross guard. That was my idea anyway. It doesn't work out that way. No, not quite at all. But yeah, this first part here, this ship, yeah, it's not pretty. So yeah, I'm just looking at different halves, trying to figure out how am I going to do this and not make it look horrible, which, yeah. Here I just got some single halves, companionways, and I'm just making like a big circle here and connected them with a little hallway. But I think I eventually just put a hab between them. But yeah, you can see like this does not look good. And it would have been just simple just to change that reactor and add stuff right off the back of the reactor, or even put that reactor at the hilt of the blade per se. But this kind of demonstrates like you get fixated on doing something one way and you just don't think about doing it any other way. And here's the cross guard. Yeah, not pretty and can be done way better, and I'm sure it has been done way better than this. But yeah, it's interesting just seeing what kind of mess you can come up with trying to piece stuff together. Yeah, that idea wasn't working, so I kind of changed gears here. This whole idea doesn't work, but yeah, basically just make a big circle with halves and connect it with these hallways. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Or I, thought about doing that. I'm like, well, how do I do this better? And I do it just like that, which is it better. And I think at the bottom I put a long hab going back to make the handle per se. Yeah, it's not pretty. It really isn't. Yeah, because I have to make that 2 stacks high so the landing gear will actually touch the ground. I skip ahead here because it's just a mess This whole thing just turns into a mess. But you can see at the back where I was just adding that hab, I added the engines. Now I'm trying to work on the front here with the landing gear, the landing bay. It doesn't even look like a dagger, you know. It's a big mess. Might be a cool looking hauler ship. I mean, not too shabby. I guess I gotta offset that cockpit. I didn't notice that, but I could have just offset it, not set it. But I think I end up just putting a different cockpit on this. And here in a few minutes, I just rage quit anyway and start over. But yeah, I just thought I'd upload this mainly just to, I don't know, just show how easy it is to just go down a rabbit hole and just mess things up royally. It just doesn't work. Not like how I'm trying to do this and not with these habs. It just doesn't work. Cool idea, and I've seen it done. Other builders have done similar. It's just how I'm going, you know, that's supposed to be like the handle. You know, there's a cross guard. You kind of see it, but the front end just a mess, and where the reactor is, it's just a big mess. But here in a few minutes, you'll see I basically start over again. But yeah, it just becomes a nightmare how to add anything, the Docker and all this stuff. It's, yeah, like I said, I edit some stuff out here to save time. I think I wasted like half an hour trying to build this ship or something. Yeah, it was frustrating. But that happens, you know. You just get an idea, it's not a great idea, you try to work it, and you realize it's just not going to work. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty well got it where you fly with it, but it's just not good. Not good at all. We'll have to try to redo this type of deal on another build. But yeah, you see I have to move some of these habs around to get the landing gear to match up, because it's just not mounting right. So it's just, it's frustrating. You know, I think I even I don't know, I can't remember what I did right here, but I do think I moved some stuff around. That's right, I added one of those landing gear, and it's a mess. But, and those hallways on the crossguard go into an engine, they go nowhere. And I just quit right here, and I go to Neon, and we start over. Alrighty. Okay, we went to Neon. Now I'm deleted the dagger, looking at reactors. I'll end up picking one that has the attachments out the back, which is the way to go. Just to begin with, it just makes assembling things so much better. As you'll see here, yeah, that first attempt at this ship, it took me, like I said earlier, like half an hour. And I almost complete this ship in like 15 minutes. I actually end up running out of time because I could only record up to an hour at a time on the Xbox. And in the end, you see I have some videos of it in combat. I even change what this ship looks like and show it like at the key. Spoiler alert, it doesn't do great. But out just against, you know, 1 or 2 or even 3 ships. That's not like in tight formation. It does quite well. I try it against some Varun, but here I'm just, you know, getting the basics. Grav drive, reactor, fuel tank. And this is, I'm going to make that the hilt of the handle of the dagger, per se. So, and I can attach forward and back, which makes it so much easier. And I like these SAL engines, the Slayton. For some jobs, they're really nice. I skipped the main quest on this go through on the NG Plus, so I don't get their best engines, but spoiler alert if you haven't played the game or went through the main quest. And here I'm just grabbing, I think there's a engine mount that's really nice and works really well for what I'm trying to do here with a handle. And I basically just take one, then invert it, put it underneath the other one, and it looks really nice. I like it. I don't know, it may not look the best, but I think it kind of works for what I was going for. And that would be the handle of the dagger right there. Kind of cool. Or not, who knows. But this whole video is basically how not to build a ship. Especially the first half, that was a disaster. Now here for the cross guard, they make some... oh yeah, I tried to add an extension like these little spines and see how it looks. One, I don't connect them. As you can see, they're not actually connected. But then looking at it, it's like, that's no. So I delete those 2 things and go back to my original. Just right there. No problem. So, and they make these other spines. I think it's Stroud that I use for the cross guard on the handle here. I'm just strolling up through the parts looking, just taking my time, seeing, you know, what might work better. And there's these engine bracers, and I use these out as the cross guard, and they work well. They seem to work all right. So, and you can double them. Since I have that grav drive, I can attach to the side of it, so I actually double it to make it look kind of like it matches up. Over here I try to do the same thing, but you'll see I have to change the fuel tank because I can't attach to that fuel tank, but that's not a problem. I just switch it out. Yeah, you'll see I'm struggling here to attach these landing gear, but it's just the way I have the halves configured. I should be able to attach on both sides of the one that's on the bottom, but I just have it configured wrong. It just takes me a few minutes to figure it out. I'm just an idiot. All right. And here I'm pretty well done with it. And I'm pretty well running out of time on the recording, but I actually go back and change it up, and you'll see the different one right here. I usually mainly use the Stroud-Eklund front end. I changed the not Dymos, but the Tayo front end I was adding. I think this made it look more like a blade instead of like a little torpedo-looking rounded, spear. But you can see at the key, it doesn't do so hot, but I show this, and then I go out to the Serpentis system and fight some Varun. Doesn't do too bad against Varun, but yeah, I'll just let y'all finish watching this combat footage here, and thank you for watching. Have a good day.